Hello everybody and welcome to another Tech Minute video. My name is Tom from 6 Foot Networks. Thank you for joining me with my Chevy Bolt EV in my driveway. So I had an incident yesterday that actually was the inspiration for this video today, in that I was pulling into a grocery store parking lot and there was a gentleman in front of me who had just pulled into a parking spot. And I immediately next to him, behind him, parked right next to him, to his right. I then watched that gentleman in the same motion back right out of that spot and pull into another spot that was 4 or 5 cars away. And as I got out of my car, he was walking towards the front door of the store. And I kind of, was close enough to him that I mentioned, is it the battery? Are you worried about the battery? And he literally looked at me. He said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to make it so obvious. And I said, no, don't apologize. I understand. There's a lot of fear in the world. There's a lot of doubt. But I told him, I said, listen, I'm a computer guy. I'm an electronics guy. I have faith in this car. And it's not that I ignore the recall. It's not that I don't care about it. But this car has, it has dealt with me for 10,000 miles already, over 10,000 miles, almost 11,000 now. And it hasn't broken down on me. It hasn't had any issues. It went through its first service in, I think, 17 and a half minutes, because all they did was rotate the tires and make sure all the fluids were topped up. I believe that there's going to be a point in time when people realize that, okay, those isolated cases of the fires were, although tragic incidents, were isolated. They weren't commonplace. These cars aren't going to blow up on the freeway just because you're driving at 65, 75 miles per hour. I've had this car for 9.5 months now. So right before Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving of 2020, I bought this car. And we're what, August 20 something? I don't know, the days are running together. But I can tell you from my experience that I have full and complete faith in this car, in the design of this car, in the performance of this car, in the execution of all things about this car. I think GM did a very good job, designing this car. And I certainly, just like I am right now, will always stand beside it, next to it, in front of it, whatever. Because, not just because it's my car, but because I believe that, these cars aren't just going to randomly blow up. There's got to be an incident, a reason for it. This being parked right here, even though it's not plugged in, it's not just going to go up in flames. It's been like this for hours, days, and I haven't had a problem. My house is still standing. The car's still driving. In fact, I'm about to take it to a client site. So, and I'm not trying to belittle the people that have concerns about the recall. I'm not trying to make light of the situation, because I understand that, bad things happen. But I also feel the need to point out, like I did in the previous video, that Honda had an issue where their airbags were turning into claymore mines and destroying people's faces or potentially killing them. It is what it is. Every car manufacturer has their share of recalls. Every design has some kind of a flub in it or whatever. Or in this case, it's a third party's fault, with the battery, LG Chem. So, you don't have to take my word for it. But I, as a 22-year veteran of the, IT community, I will stand by the technology of this car. I will stand by the design of this car any day. And I'm sorry that gentleman had strong feelings. I didn't take offense to it, and I won't take offense to it, because, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and I will not judge no matter what. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you really like this video, then please consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help us out. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful afternoon and a great weekend ahead. Take care.